Hi guys, I wanted to review this computer that I bought recently. The reason why I want to review it because when I wanted to buy this computer, I was searching for video on YouTube. I didn't find that many, and I just wanted to, put a video up there to give some impression in case somebody's interested in this kind of backbone. This is a Clevo P151EM1 backbone, and in my opinion, is a great excellent computer. So here is how it looks. This is split upside down. You can see all the ventilation is on, well, most of the ventilation is on the bottom of the computer. That's a speaker there. Here's the connectivity. I'm not going to explain the connectivity and the various features because I'm going to attach a review. This is very well done from notebookcheck as a link down in the description of the video if you want specific technical information about the connectivity, the ports, and all the rest. I suggest to read this review. It's really well done. I just want to give an impression from kind of a common person user. And yeah, this is the power adapter. The power adapter is bulky and it weighs a lot, and for me it's a downside. I didn't realize that the power adapter was so big, but maybe for you it's not a problem. It reduces a little bit the portability of the computer, to be honest. As you can see, the computer looks a little bit plasticky. This is open. It has a matte finish. It's not bad, but the plastic bends a little bit. It doesn't feel terribly solid. It's solid, but it doesn't feel amazing. The keyboard, it's okay. It's fine. You can type, no problem. It's a little bit bendy, if you know what I mean, but it doesn't get in the way of typing. Here's the power button. Here's the woofer, is for the sound. Here is the Wi-Fi and the other lights. This is the specification on my computer. It's on the cheap side, so it's not the best of the best you can get with this backbone, for money reason anyway. This is a quad core, about 12 GB of RAM. The GeForce GTX 670. It's a reasonably good graphic card, definitely okay for video games. And the other drive is a bit small, but it can be upgraded. The Windows index is high. I think it's a little bit lower than what it deserves because I think it doesn't detect the graphic card properly. But Windows is perfectly usable. Now, for you guys, I don't really play video games. Even though I bought a gaming computer, but I bought it because I needed the power. And anyway, I think if a computer can handle a video game, it can do everything else. So that's my line of reasoning. I'm perfectly fine with that. Anyway, for you guys, I tested it with the 3D Mark to see the benchmarks, and I'll let you see these videos. It's a bit jerky, but the problem is that the software I use to record this, it makes it look a little bit jerky. But on my computer, without the recording software, it looks fabulous. So it's very smooth. I was a bit curious. As I said, I don't really play video games, but I was curious, so I tried Skyrim and a couple of other video games with this computer, and they work amazingly well, especially for a laptop. Skyrim goes maximum detail, ultra graphics, no problem, very smooth. Another common complaint that I've read about when I was looking for this computer, something that almost put me off from this computer, was that people have experienced sort of like high noise when it comes to the fan, to the ventilation system. I have to say, I didn't experience that. Surely the fan are audible, so they're definitely there and you can hear them, but it's nothing terrible. During normal usage, I would say no concern. Uh, I'm sure that when I was using Skyrim, I could definitely hear them and they were loud. But that's to be expected, and I would be worried. I would be really worried if they didn't, if they weren't working properly. And I solved that using headphones, and again, no problem whatsoever. For my job, I use this computer almost all day long, and one thing that I was concerned about is that would overheat, and it doesn't. Uh, it stays always reasonably cool. I have experienced temperature that ranges between 40 and 55 degrees Celsius degrees. Sorry, European, so I don't use Fahrenheit. Um, so I would say definitely, and it feels comfortable. The heat never, the keyboard area, it's not hot at all. The resting area for the hands, it's not hot at all, so it really feels comfortable. And even after a gaming session, it's still fine. The temperature is perfectly acceptable. Now, another point I think is the screen. The screen is a full HD, and it's really gorgeous. It's really nice to look at, and again, no complaint. It's not reflective, which is another plus for me, and so that's great. So, in a nutshell, if I was going to suggest this computer to somebody, I would say it's a good computer. Um, it is a good compromise for the price. It's very easy to customize. I customized mine, and I'm very happy with that. I think if you're a gamer, you will enjoy it. I think if you need a powerful computer like I do, you will enjoy it. If you're looking for a computer that's portable, that you can bring it everywhere, that's not your computer. It's a bit on the heavy side. It's not too heavy, but it's not too light either. So in particular for the power adapter, I wouldn't bring it everywhere. I don't think that's really practical. The other thing, the touchpad. It's okay. It works, but it's not as smooth. It's not a great experience. It's not a Macintosh. I've used Macintosh to have a great touchpad. This is not a Macintosh. It supports some kind of multi-gesture, but it's really limited. I would definitely recommend you use the mouse with this computer, which is perfectly fine for me. But again, if you need to use it, if you need to bring it with you and you think you're going to use the touchpad a lot, that's something to consider. And I think another thing that could put people off is the look. I don't mind this business-like, very minimal look. It looks fine for me. It's a little bit plasticky, but it looks fine. However, some people would think that it may be a little bit cheap, and I would say for sure that there's much better looking computer, even for a lower price. So I would say if you're looking for a computer that's pleasing aesthetically, unless you have my taste in terms of aesthetics, so you like minimal things and black things, I would say look elsewhere. And last thing I would want to mention, I would say the battery life, it's not too bad. I was surprised. I thought the battery would have lasted a lot less, but because the computer can switch to the integrated graphic card of the processor of the i7, the battery life, it's reasonably lengthy. I think you can get a few hours out of it if you don't stress it too much. So that's a plus in my book. So to wrap it all up, I would, if you're not looking for a gorgeous computer, if you're not looking for something that's smart and if you don't need a big touchpad, but if you look for power, and if you look for a good compromise, and if you look for a gaming computer that doesn't look like all flashy with lights and stuff, this is your computer. This is really good. It's solid. The hardware configuration is solid, and now you can see the summary of the 3D marks. You can read that. They're reasonably good. So if you look for a powerful computer, if you look for something that can allow to play video games at maximum resolution, go for it. It's amazing. It really is a solid computer. On the downside, it feels a little bit plasticky, it feels a little bit cheap, but it's to be expected for the price. It's really a good compromise for the price. Mine costed a little bit more than 1,000 euros, 1,000 euros. So it's really good for this configuration. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope this was informative. I wish I could have had something like that when I was looking for the computer. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.